Hey, how you doing today, everyone? This is just a short clip that I'm going to put in front of all my videos, letting you know that if you have criticism or you don't like something about my videos, leave a comment, let me know, and I'll do what I can for you. You could also email me, and if you want more specific reading or direct reading, or there's a lot of things I can do that I don't make videos of for you. But go ahead and email me. My readings are specifically for universal reflection of you. I'm not trying to paint scenarios from the reading that can find relatable. Like a lot of, if you want more of that, there's plenty of YouTubers out there doing tarot readings or oracle readings and stuff that get into more specifics. If you want someone that's very specific to how the cards are laying out for you, instead of reading from the generic meanings of the cards and stuff, because what I'm trying to do is just paint a picture for you to reflect with and understand. Because I could do a deep reading and get into like, oh well, this and this means that and that, like, you know, with the two wands crossing over the sun card, you're in a good spot facing more objections to how you're going to go forward with the challenges. I mean, I could do all that, but what I'm trying to do is more of a paint not generic, but more of a universal picture for you to reflect on for yourself and give you principal meanings of the cards. And then also I read from the designers and the energies that the artists or the creators of the decks put for us to read from and understand what their intention was from their cards when they designed them. You know, that I understand that you're supposed, as a tarot reader, you're supposed to look at the pictures and try to interpret them for somebody. But I'm not doing it for just specific individuals. I'm doing it for all a complete sign of all millions of potentially people that are out there. So I just wanted to put that out there. Go ahead and hit me up, and I'll do what I can for you.
Hey Leo, month of June 2020, your ruler sign conjoins loving Venus and outgoing Gemini on June 3rd, allowing you to embrace new people and relationships early this month. Venus is retrograde, however, so a lot of your focus will be on the past. This is your chance to use the lessons you've learned to help propel you to a more successful future. You're impulsive during the full moon lunar eclipse in fire sign Sagittarius on the 5th, which could lead to some bad decisions. Are you thinking at all about the long term or just living in the moment? There's a good time for spontaneity, Leo, but this isn't it. Plans fall through during the Mercury retrograde cycle in Cancer starting on June 17th, especially concerning family. This isn't an ideal time to plan a reunion, especially if a lot of relatives have to travel to attend. Venus goes direct in Gemini on the 24th, putting a relationship that went sideways back on track. This is a good time for apologies if you were at fault. It's also a good time to forgive someone who hurt you. It's hard to taste something sweet with the lingering taste of bitterness still in your mouth. Present, your current situation, Leo, June 2020. Justice. Justice, responsibility, decision, cause and effect, insisting on fairness, weighing all sides of an issue, settling old accounts and debts, accepting the results you created. Influence, helpful or challenging energies, Leo, June of 2020. Two of Wands in reverse. Now this could mean the opposite of what I'm going to say, or half full, half empty of what I'm going to say about the Two of Wands. Personal power, boldness, originality, commanding attention and respect, doing what no one else has done, daring to do what you want. Past issues, the base of the situation, Leo, June of 2020. The world. Integration, accomplishment, involvement, fulfillment, experiencing wholeness, contributing, realizing your goals, savoring the present. Immediate past, what is behind you, Leo, June of 2020. The Tower. Sudden change, release, downfall, revelation, experiencing upheaval, being humbled, exploding, suddenly realizing the truth. Crowning thoughts, your thoughts regarding the situation, Leo, June of 2020. The Sun in reverse. Enlightenment, greatness, vitality, assurance, understanding, becoming radiantly energized. Achieving prominence, feeling free and expansive. Reinforcing cards here in past issues. The basic situation is the world, accomplishment, great achievement. And the Two of Wands in reverse, helpful or challenging energies, personal power, vitality, brilliance. Tower as well, enlightenment, revelation. So, finding the sense behind the chaos, attaining a new level of insight, having an intellectual breakthrough, getting to the heart of the matter, realizing the truth, bursting with enthusiasm, experiencing joy, feeling invigorated, getting charged up, enjoying great health, being singled out for notice, having a personal moment of glory, setting an outstanding example, shining forth brilliantly, demonstrating distinction, becoming the center of attention, honoring your true self, knowing you can succeed, being confident, believing in your worth, trusting your abilities, forgiving yourself. Immediate future, what is about to happen, Leo, in June of 2020. Ten of Cups. Joy, peace, family, embracing happiness, working for peace in the home, experiencing serenity. Opposing cards is immediate past, Tower, upheaval, chaos. Reinforcing cards, though, down here in past issues-based situation is world, happiness, emotional fulfillment. Doing away with hostilities, restoring harmony, reducing stress and tension, feeling contented and at ease, calling a truce, relaxing, having a sense of well-being, radiating love, delighting in good fortune, counting your blessings, expressing delight. Your fears, emotional concerns regarding the situation, Leo, June of 2020. Eight of Pentacles. Diligence, knowledge, detail, making an effort, being painstaking, taking a course. Environmental factors, how others see you, Leo, June of 2020. The Three of Cups. Exuberance, friendship, community, bursting with energy, taking part in a support group, getting together with people you like. Your hopes, what you really wish for, Leo, June of 2020. Six of Cups. Goodwill, innocence, childhood, acting kindly or charitably, being with a child or young person, feeling simple, contentment. Reinforcing cards, immediate future, Ten of Cups, feeling blessed, happy, joyful. Doing a good turn for another, sharing what you have, having a noble impulse, receiving a gift, feeling blessed, being well intentioned. Outcome, answer your question, Leo, June of 2020. Wheel of Fortune. Destiny, turning point, movement, personal vision, using what chance offers, experiencing change, seeing how everything connects, reversing. Additional clues and guidance about the reading, Leo, June of 2020. Two of Cups. Queen of Wands. The Magician. Page of Cups in reverse. Top of the deck, the Moon reversed. And bottom of the deck, the Chariot. Two of Cups, connection, truce, attraction, joining with another, recognizing a bond that is developing, healing a severed relationship. Reinforcing cards, Ten of Cups, immediate future, kinship, family ties, connections. Celebrating a marriage or union, cementing a friendship, establishing a partnership, working together, sharing, helping and being helped, seeing commonalities. Queen of Wands is the Leo card. Attractive, wholehearted, energetic, cheerful, self-assured, is appealing and popular, is optimistic and upbeat, is loaded with enthusiasm, quietly demonstrates self-confidence, leads a busy and attractive life. The Magician, action, conscious awareness, concentration, power, doing what needs to be done, having singleness of purpose, knowing what you are doing and why, making a strong impact. Reinforcing cards in your influence, helpful or challenging energies. Two of Wands, personal power, wielding a strong force. Eight of Pentacles here in your fears, emotional concerns, focus and concentration. Being totally committed, applying the force of your will, feeling centered, setting aside distractions, focusing on a goal, having vitality, creating miracles, becoming energized, feeling vigorous, being creative. The Moon, fear, illusion, imagination, bewilderment, releasing inner demons, having vivid dreams or visions, accepting a false picture, losing direction and purpose. Opposing cards, Sun, assurance, clarity, enlightenment in your crowning thoughts. Having trouble thinking clearly, becoming confused, being easily distracted, feeling disoriented, wandering aimlessly. The Chariot, victory, will, self-assertion, hard control, reaching your goal, being ego-focused, being determined to succeed, mastering emotions. Opposing cards, immediate past, Tower, defeat, humbling experience. Reinforcing cards, the Magician, and additional clues and guidance. Using your will, concentrating. Two of Wands, influence or helpful energies, challenging. Being an authority, dominating. Winning, being successful, dominating. Coming out on top, beating the competition. Establishing an identity, knowing who you are. Feeling self-confident, having faith in yourself. looking out for your interests, curbing impulses, maintaining discipline, holding in anger, getting your own way, assuming the reins of power, showing authority. In this part of the reading, we do what I call the Carl Jung psychology aspect of your reading, and that's Carl, C-A-R-L, Jung, J-U-N-G. From the ego, why is justice here in your current situation, Leo, in June of 2020? The Ace of Bucks. Book opened as if out of nowhere, or perhaps as if from the mind of the divine. A page has been turned. A new doorway of possibilities open. Keep reading, keep exploring. There's so much more here than meets the eye. From the shadow, why is the justice here in your current situation, Leo, June of 2020? Seven of Chalices. Sevens represent mental and physical actions are developing dynamically. Chalices are dreams and represent emotions in the element of water, corresponding to your own emotional center, joys and pains. Dreams are delicate and are held in the heart like wine in a chalice. Dreams sometimes well and overflow like tears in our eyes when we are moved. From the ego, why is the Two of Wands in reverse here in influence, helpful or challenging energy, Leo, June of 2020? Eight of Books. The book creates. Your project is quickly becoming what it was designed to be. You've already set things in motion, so step back and watch. If you interfere, you may ruin everything. From the shadow, why is the Two of Wands in reverse here in influence, helpful or challenging energies, Leo, June of 2020? The Hierophant. The High Priest of Xanthu invokes his god Ithagatha against the tyrant Gatanathoa on the lost continent of Mu. This arrogant gesture will provoke the ire of the Old Ones and the destruction of Mu, which will sink into eastern oceans. He grasps the Xanthu tablets tightly to his breast, but even this grimoire brings with it the terrible destiny of he who desired power. From the ego, why is the world here in past issues, basis of the situation, Leo, June of 2020? Unicorn of Spheres. The pure sphere, the pure energy of life, can restore us to life when we feel empty. Turning to the divine and away from our pain, we can connect and receive healing, so that we can act from a place of wholeness. From the shadow, why is the world here in past issues, the basis situation, Leo, June of 2020? Justice, which is what was in your current situation. At the foot of the impassive and severe idol that keeps the chalices of shadow and of light in equilibrium, the servitors of Cthulhu have left traces of black magic, evocations of demons, and voodoo rituals. From the ego, why is the tower here in immediate past, Leo, June of 2020? Two of Spheres. The sphere balance. You are having fun with your resources, enjoying life without care, sharing your blessings. It is said doubles them. Life should not be hoarded, but it should also not be squandered. From the shadow, why is the tower here? Immediate past, Leo, June of 2020. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles represents the control of shadows, the full possessions of one's resources in shadows, and represents matter and the element of the earth, corresponding to our own physical center of the body, its needs, and the material that surrounds it. Amidst the shadows grow attachments of men who identify themselves with their body and with the objects they possess. From the ego, why is the sun in reverse here in crowning thoughts? Your thoughts regarding the situation, Leo, June of 2020. Six of Bucks. The book connects. Messages are a bridge between our world and the world beyond. Listen with different ears and speak with a different voice. There are wonders beyond imagination. From the shadow, why is the sun in reverse here? Crowning thoughts. Your thoughts regarding the situation, Leo, June of 2020. Judgment. The great old ones need man and make themselves known in their dreams by calling low. The monolith rises between the rainbows that recall the pact between man and his soul. From the ego, why is the Ten of Cups here in immediate future, Leo, June of 2020. Three of Spheres. The sphere elevated. Working together, we can increase our collective resources, focus the sustained energy of life. Things get really exciting when the collective creates something worth more than the sum of its parts. From the shadow, why is the Ten of Pentacles here in immediate future, Leo, June of 2020. Five of Chalices. Fives represent there's the opportunity to move on to a higher level of consciousness, but there's also uncertainty and difficulty in abandoning personal convictions. Chalices are dreams that represent emotions, the element of water, corresponding to our own emotional center, joys and pains. Dreams are delicate and are held in the heart like wine in a chalice. Dreams sometimes well and overflow like tears in our eyes when we are moved. From the ego, why is the Eight of Pentacles here in your fears, emotional concerns, Leo, June of 2020. Phoenix of Swords. The sword tempered. Your experience shapes your truth. Your truth's yours, and you need not justify them. To make them stronger and more purely yours, temper your truths with the wisdom of your heart. From the shadow lies the Eight of Pentacles here, and your fears, emotional concerns, Leo, June of 2020. Strength. With the shining trapezohedron, the girl confronts the gigantic avatar of Nyarlathotep, that something that is not in the stone but watches her from beyond the stone. The strength to conquer the evoked demon can be found in your heart and not in the grimoire. From the ego, why is this Three of Cups here in your environmental factors, how others see you, Leo, June of 2020. Four of Bucks. The book Abandon Creativity, Ideas, and Projects brings so much energy to life. It is easy to get addicted to constant consuming. For now, though, just savor the experience without rushing to the next thing. From the Shadow Wise, the Three of Cups here in Environmental Factors, How Others See You, Leo, in June of 2020. Three of Chalices. Threes represent the Grimoire falls open to natural magic, to creativity, to union. Chalices are dreams that represent emotions in the element of water, correspond to your own emotional center, joys and pains. Dreams are delicate and are held in the heart like wine in a chalice. Dreams sometimes well and overflow like tears in our eyes when we are moved. From the Ego, why is the Six of Cups here in your hopes, what you really wish for? Leo, June of 2020. Lovers, the divine lover, love as often as you can and in as many ways possible. Love deeply, fully, and completely. Love is the human manifestation of divine connection in the material world. From the Shadow, why is the Six of Cups here in your hopes, what you really wish for? Leo, June of 2020. The Magician. 13 centuries ago, the Yemeni wizard and poet Abdul Al-Hazred wrote the Necronomicon, the key that opens the gateway to the underworld. From the open window overlooking the countryside of Damascus, we can hear the nocturnal insects that the people call Al-Azif. But the magician knows that they are really ancient demons. From the Ego, why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Outcome, answer your question, Leo, June of 2020. High Priestess. The Keeper of Mysteries, books and knowledge point to the doors of mystery. To experience magic, you must cross the threshold and give yourself over to the mystery, letting go of expectations. From the Shadow, why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Outcome, answer your questions, Leo, June of 2020. The Sun. In the legendary city of Arkham, suddenly the sun seemed to fade, yet there was not a cloud in the sky. A bolt of lightning flashed in the distance, and astonished men scoured the sky for signs of a storm in vain, all raising their arms rhythmically. Isis Oracle from the Ego, what's the message you have for Leo in June 2020? Ancient Power Mysteries. Hear the rattle of Isis playing. The rattle of Isis, the sistrum, is playing in the hand of the goddess now. Can you sense it with your inner hearing? Its vibration reaches through your crown chakra and enters your body, initiating you into great ancient mysteries of sound, creativity, and healing. This is a time when words and music will become increasingly important on your spiritual path and healing journey. When the Lady Isis initiates a beloved into her ancient mysteries, life can become quite interesting. An initiate of Isis does not just learn new ideas as a student, but is thrown into the experience of the mysteries in real day-to-day living, so that they may be truly mastered in our lives, and then utilized in service to help the lives of others too, so that one day all blessings will be healed and whole, according to the will of the Divine Feminine. The rattle of Isis initiates us into the mysteries of sound healing and creation through vibration. If we listen carefully with our inner ear, we can hear the sounds of the universe alive. We can sense and hear with our inner ear the movement of planets, the beating of the heart of Mother Earth, and the music of the goddess guiding us through sound helping our souls to dance and move and our lives to heal. You're guided to use words that reflect the experience you would like to create in your life. It may involve shifting how you speak, for example. Rather than focusing on struggle or what is not working, focus on the signs of life and healing that you experience. This may also include using chant, incantation, and prayer. It may also involve singing or playing a musical instrument, or using sound for healing through the voice of another instrument such as a crystal bowls, rattles, keyboard, or string or wood instruments and letting the sound move you. You may use this healing for yourself, but if you are a healer, this oracle can guide you to explore this in your healing with others. The oracle guides you to honor the power of your voice, whether through spoken or sung words, and in what you write, speak about, or stand for symbolically also. You have a potentially very powerful healing voice, and you are guided to recognize the responsibility that you have for what you proclaim through your voice. Is it acknowledgement of freedom, respect, and love for others to use your powerful speech with wisdom and kindness in order to help you master the ancient mysteries of the sistrum? Use your beautiful voice with spiritual responsibility and wisdom. You also need to acknowledge where you have used your power to manipulate others and to get your own way, or failed to be respectful. Forgive yourself aloud and ask for forgiveness, in person or spiritually, if doing so in person is not possible or appropriate. Often initiates don't realize where they are not conscious until thrown into initiation, which helps us become more aware and grow. It can be confronting to become aware of issues that need healing within us that we had no prior awareness of it, and it can be tempting to criticize or judge ourselves. Choose not to do so. Be kind to yourself. We are all learning. Allow Lady Isis to help you find your way through the use, wise use of the power of sound. What you will learn through the initiation of the sistrum is an understanding that your words are powerful and create resonances. You will become able to create divine sound through music and speech for clearing, creating, and manifesting. As you do so, your power to generate consciously cultivated higher frequencies will grow, and you will feel more masterful in managing your moods and the energy of your environment. You can manage karmic responsibility for what you create through the spiritual intention to be of service and healing. Then we all benefit from the growth, or your growth. Remember, just as your body may naturally wish to dance when you hear a wonderful piece of music with your physical ears, so too when the inner ear of the soul hears the cosmic tune of the Divine Mother urging growth, healing, and greater joy. The soul wishes to move and our lives change. If this is happening for you already, and you are feeling the onset of perhaps quite deep upheaval and change, know that it is a part of your initiation into the ancient power mysteries, and your soul is dancing. Trust in the flow. Work with your words to bring yourself into alignment with your soul, remembering that the soul resonates with love, bliss, abundance, peace, joy, and connection with all that is. Focus on these kinds of energies, and your words will help you align with your soul and generally feel the peace beneath the changes you are experiencing in your life. Divine Circus Oracle from the Shadow. What message do you have for Leo in June of 2020? Princess Victorious. You are being asked to be a big picture person for the moment. Sometimes immediate gratification has to give way for a grander scheme unfolding, which will ultimately lead you to far greater and more meaningful success. What seems to be a delay, obstacle, loss, or even failure now is a twist in the plot of your life, necessary for your gracious destiny to unfold according to a higher plan. It may be hard to keep the faith when you've been defeated just one too many times. It is easy to make fear and doubt mean something they don't. It's usually something like being doomed to fail, and so we might as well give up. However, fear and doubt are just symptoms of fatigue. They are signs that we are feeling battle weary when it comes to life. To overcome weariness and create happiness, you are being asked to temporarily surrender your need to win. Just for now, instead, you are guided to step back, regroup, replenish. Be kind to yourself and know this. Sometimes you have to be willing to lose the battle to win the war. That means being willing to go through things in the short term that might seem like failure without losing confidence, courage, and trust that everything is going to go your way in the long term. The Oracle of Princess Victorious encourages you to know that you are strong and determined enough to bounce back and overcome difficult circumstances. You'll be given the power to succeed at the right time and in the best way for all concerned. For now, an apparent delay, failure, loss, or change of course is really a saving grace. In time, with a broader perspective, you'll look back and be grateful for not getting what you thought you wanted in the way you thought you wanted it, because what will come to you eventually will be so superior in every way. So give it to how your journey is unfolding, even if it seems like you are losing when you'd rather be winning. But don't give up hope. Trust that the universe is strategic. It is helping you to succeed, and knows that the things that don't work out now can help you move towards the things that will work for you in the long run or long term. If you need a sign to know that things are going to work out for the best, even if it seems like they are falling apart along the way, then this is it. The Druidcraft Tarot deck. What's the overall meaning or underlying energies of the Celtic Cross and all the cards laid out for Leo in June of 2020? Eight of Pentacles in reverse. If you seek success but aren't prepared to put in the effort required, you will only reap frustration and possibly jealousy as you see others succeed around you. You may feel that you're in the wrong job. Perhaps you should explore your goals and decide whether further training is needed. From the Druidcraft Tarot deck, what is the overall meaning and underlying energies of the Celtic staff and all the cards laid out for Leo in June of 2020? Six of Wands in reverse. You may have lost a leadership role or feel unable to accept such a position due to a lack of self-confidence or defeatism. Arrogance and pride may have disturbed relations at work, conflict or betrayal in financial dealings or at work. Druidcraft Tarot deck. What's the overall meaning, underlying energies of the entire reading? Lies the Two of Cups, Queen of Wands, the Magician, Page of Cups in reverse here, and additional clues and guidance for the reading for Leo in June of 2020. Five of Wands. You may find yourself in conflict with others, although it might not be serious yet. A tussle with work colleagues or friends, or a power struggle or battle of wits. A playful situation or a sexual relationship involving fiery, wild activities. Earth Wisdom Oracle. What's the message you have for Leo in June of 2020? Transformation. Mullion brings awareness and light to conscious and understanding of one's higher purpose. Amethyst aids in transformation. Sometimes a change of habit is enough, other times only a complete transformation will do. It is time to gain a fuller understanding of your soul's purpose, and that will require transformation, a rearranging of your worldview and practices that bring your actions in line with your ideals. Reach for and embrace your highest vision of yourself. I seek transformation. I have a bit higher vision for myself and move towards it. Step by step, I release my old self and embrace who I am becoming. The Druid Animal Oracle Animal has a message for Leo in June of 2020. Seal. Love, longing, dilemma. The card shows a gray seal on the shore of the sacred island of Iona, once called as Isla na Druidna, the Isle of the Druids. A pale rainbow shines over the Atlantic, and on the horizon we can see the outline of the uninhabited island called Dutchman's Cap. This card calls to you from the seal people of the sea, Danon Ron. The song of the seals upsets and frightens many who hear it. Its mournful and human sound stirs the heart of the listener to the core. It is a call from the sea, from the unconscious, from the depths. It calls to us from the waters of our birth, from our beginnings on earth, from our brothers and sisters in the animal realm, who are closer to us than we dare imagine. We fear this call because we feel we may be drowned, overwhelmed by our feelings, but do not let your intellect imprison your heart as the human imprisons his selkie spouse. The magical seal, opening yourself to the prompting of the unconscious, of the feminine, of your dreams and longings will bring transformation, healing, and love into your life. Scars suggest that you may have come to a time in your life when you are faced with a dilemma. Each way you turn could invoke risk and potential loss, and yet you know you must make a choice. The seal speaks of the longing of the heart, of true love, of a sense of humanity and goodness. In the end, these should be the determining factors in your choice. Although the seal may represent loneliness and separation as the selkie imprisoned on dry land, remember that the time will come when she will be released and will act as a guide and companion through the watery realm of the emotions and the other world. Seals have a strong and special connection with the human race. Some families are said to be descended from the union of humans and seals. In particular, the clan MacCondrum from North US and the Connelleys, Cragans, and Hennessy's from Ireland, the O'Sullivans of Kilkerry also have seal ancestry, as do the McNamaras. Their name means sons of the sea hound. To determine whether seal blood runs in someone's veins, you should examine the rock where they have sat. For no matter how warm the day, and his clothes being dry upon him when he rises, there the rock will be damp where he was, and the vapor from it lifting will leave crystals of sea salt beneath the sun. Soul Trees Oracle cards. What word do you have for Leo in June of 2020? Integration. Combine the physical, emotional, and spiritual to create wholeness and balance. Native Spirit, what message do you have for Leo in June of 2020? Grandmother Earth. Card meaning stop and take measure of your life. Assess who you are and where you are. Get grounded and make plans for the future. But don't act on those plans until you are ready and feel secure in stepping forward. There is a profound source of strength and power within you, and it is expanding now. Put your roots down. This is the time of preparation and going deeper. Your native spirit wants you to know Grandmother Earth provides the trees, plants, flowers, rivers, streams, oceans, mountains, and valleys, and supports us all with her bounty. She is stable and strong in her devotion to us. We are supported and loved, even if you're not always sure of it. Strength is growing within you. Don't rush. Slow down. The seeds that you plant now will bring abundance in the future, but only if you take the time to nurture those new beginnings. Take time to plan your future carefully. Don't rush into anything. Security and protection surround you. You are safe. If you're thinking of making secure financial investments and receive this card, it's telling you that this is a good time to do so. It's not a time to take risks. The journey to deepen your connection to Grandmother Earth and bring security in all forms into your life. Walk barefoot on the earth, place your hands in the earth, or make investments. Imagine the strengthening, grounding energy of the earth filling you and your life. Sacred Indian Tarot, what message do you have for Leo in June of 2020? The Tower. The Tower may bring an unexpected change, a sudden shift in perceptions, a burst of insight, a seeing through illusions, or plans being disrupted. Disillusionment and confusion are natural reactions to Tower card. However, the overthrow of an old way of life may lead to true enlightenment ahead. Foxfire, the Kitsune Oracle, what message do you have for Leo in June of 2020? Empowerment. Within the realm of the Kitsune are beautiful ponds, still and tranquil. Yet within them teems magical life. Amongst the beings who dwell there are the Koi mermaids, who come to you now with their message of empowerment. You are becoming stronger, calmer, more staunch, and clear in your purpose and message, and there is a direction you are now setting that will be reached. The Koi mermaids help the Koi to persevere, to meet their challenges with perseverance and courage, and in a sense that every moment of dedication and learning will bring about the desired result. This is the card of the person who is moving towards a goal and even encountering setbacks. And so the Koi mermaid comes to you to ask you to continue, to cheer you on, and to acknowledge that the heroic journey you are undertaking is indeed worthwhile. While you are so focused on this task or goal, others around you see your work and are inspired in their own personal quests. You are beautiful, and your tenacity in every step of the way sees you grow. It may feel at times as though the flow of the stream is against you, but this is not time to go with the flow. It is a time to make your own way through the waters of life, even if others seem to be heading in a different direction. It is not time for the easy path. You will carve your own way through the waters, for you are on your way to great good fortune, prosperous times, and an enriched sense of what you are capable of. Dragon Oracle cards, what message do you have for Leo in June of 2020? Lilac Fire Dragon. Transmutes through the power of divine love. Open up to transcendent love and enlightenment. Purity of heart brings peace, hope, and joy. These dragons are fifth dimensional, however, they can reach up into the ninth dimension to access the awesome lilac fire of Source, which is a new energy recently graced the earth. This carries transcendent love as well as enlightenment. When these dragons pour their lilac flower or fire over and through us, we are bathed in divine feminine light, which has the power to dissolve all lower energies in pure love and bring us peace, hope, and joy. It also bathes us in the higher divine feminine qualities of wisdom, agape, and oneness. Having this energy in our aura may even allow us to experience bliss and ecstasy. When you choose this card, a lilac fire dragon will touch you with incredible ninth dimensional light. So call it in and ask it to touch you. As it approaches you, breathe in divine love and sense the lilac fire enveloping you. This will enable you to let go of the old easily, calmly, and graciously. Notice particularly how you feel when this dragon touches you and sense the purity of the love that it radiates. Ask this dragon to remain with you to anchor the glorious light of the lilac fire and take you into a new and illumined way of being. When you do this, the love radiating from your heart will become pure and more beautiful. People will sense this and respond with trust, respect, and gratitude. Consciously work with this beautiful dragon and notice the difference it makes to your life and the quality of love around you. Imperial Dragon Oracle, what message do you have for Leo in June of 2020? Mercy. Mercy, spiritual wisdom, compassion. The spiritual path challenges us to look deep within ourselves and understand both the light and the dark sides of our nature. Those we meet on our path are mirrors for us. If you see a quality in someone else that you do not like, it means that you manifest some of that energy within yourself. When we judge others, we are in fact judging ourselves. Forgiveness of others starts with self-forgiveness. Compassion and mercy for others begin with being compassionate and merciful to yourself. The Dragon of Mercy challenges us to follow our spiritual calling rather than the desires of the ego. This requires a choice, a change of mind. So many people are in a constant battle with their inner demons, but this card asks us to stop the fight and show self-compassion. It is only through mercy that weaknesses can be truly transformed into strengths. Forgive yourself for all your perceived mistakes, and you will come to understand that in reality there are no mistakes, only lessons. But be wary of decisions and actions based on weak morals. Acts of generosity driven by guilt lack real value and may be rooted in clouded desires. Stop and ask yourself what lies behind your decisions and your judgment of others. It is only through the development of morals and spiritual practices that the soul can find fulfillment. Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle, what message do you have for Leo in June of 2020? Heart chakra. The frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. The flower of life is a geometric shape recognized by many cultures all over the planet. It consists of 13 equal circles that intersect at the middle of each circle, creating a perfectly proportioned flower. As a symbol, the flower of life represents the universe as a whole, as well as the harmony in which all the separate components of the universe work together. This beautiful pattern is often used to indicate our understanding of our connection as humans and as spiritual beings to the whole. The color green is associated with the fourth or heart chakra. It is linked to our capacity to love and to feel compassion. This applies to our ability to love one another as well as our ability to love ourselves. The heart is located at the center of our physical bodies. Likewise, the heart chakra is located at the center of the chest and mediates between the lower physical and the higher spiritual planes of being. Green is the color of nature and earth, and it is a healing color that balances and harmonizes the connection between mind and body. Its sense is touch. White Light Oracle, what message do you have for Leo in June of 2020? Vulva of Sayudri? Your inner spiritual power can heal circumstances in your life and our world in ways greater than you realize. Journey within to gain clarity and conscious redirection of your inner energies toward what you wish to manifest. Do not try to control what is happening. Instead, work to bring positive influence to bear so that you may contribute constructively toward shaping the outcome for the greatest good. From the Norse traditions of Scandinavia comes the sorcery of Seder, the practice of cracking open an egg in order to read and also shape the future. The egg is a symbol of infinite divine potential and the beginning of new life. Seder is a mysterious soothsaying or visionary practice, which also involves shamanic healing to divine an appropriate pathway through times of trouble and communal strife. Through prayer, chant, and binding magic, as well as visionary practices in an altered state, all of which are supported by focused collective intention, a powerful healing takes place. The appearance of this oracle indicates that your soul talents, whatever they may be, can be of influence in the world. If you dedicate yourself to personal development for the greater good, you can contribute to the spiritual evolution of humanity. Even if our intentions are pure, believing we know what should happen to whom and when is the working of the ego and not the soul. We may want the best for all beings, but we cannot know why their path is unfolding as it is or what their soul needs to learn. Seder is a practice of shadows and spellcasting, binding and release, which could be used for higher purpose or personal gain. It dwells upon the borders of morality. The spiritual maturity of the practitioner will determine whether its effects are for good or ill. This oracle advises us that good intentions are not enough to ensure the outcome of our efforts is beneficial. We need the wisdom that comes through surrendering into divine intelligence. With an awakened heart, it is possible to be a clear channel for spiritual light in this world, dedicating our soul talents to overcoming hate and diversiveness. Traditionally, the practitioner of Seder was a spiritual leader known as Volva of Volur, soothsayer or seer, Spakona, woman of prophecy, or Siokona, woman of magic. She would not work alone but called upon community members to empower the practice. When we choose to align our actions with our heart truths, we become the spiritual birth mothers and founding fathers of a more spiritual advanced humanity. Tremendous creative power is generated when a group comes together in focused practice. If you seek to work with others, be aware of the positive potential and proceed with integrity and care. The patron goddess of Seder is Freya, the Norse goddess with an insatiable appetite for pleasure, life, sensuality, the finer things, and unconditional freedom to be as she chooses. She is also a goddess of war. Hence, she is not afraid to enter into battle nor love. Her husband Odin is associated with prophecy, inspiration, and ecstasy. When he is away from her, she weeps red gold tears, no stranger to suffering or ecstatic pleasure. Freya is the divine Volva. She reminds humanity of both our innate spiritual power to embrace all of life and the inner spiritual resources we have to make it through any difficulty without compromising our hearts. The art of Seder is one of collective dreaming and doing. It is the ability to move in darkness, to become wise to our own potential, to become manipulative, controlling, and therefore negative, and to outsmart that by consciously choosing to bring love, freedom, spiritedness, and passion, the hallmarks of our presiding sorceress Freya, into our lives. The message of this oracle is that you are able to bring a positive influence into whatever situations or circumstances unfold in your life. Dedicate yourself to goodness. Believe in your power to effect positive change. Wisdom of the Oracle. What's the message you have for Leo in June of 2020? Deep knowing. Deep knowing, essential meaning, intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy, hypersensitivity. The oracle's message, intuition, is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with Source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or five senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. You're now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing. So tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. Relationship message. There are occasions when you just know deep in your heart and soul that a person is going to play a meaningful joke play a meaningful role in your life. Someone crosses your path and suddenly out of the blue you're connected at a level impossible to describe. That feeling marks a moment in time etched indelibly onto your soul. Someone has entered your life who will be instrumental in your journey, so pay attention. Two hearts are calling to each other to begin an alchemical process. This is also a sign that your intuition about the person you care about is correct. Trust your heart to lead you now. Magic is about to happen. Prosperity message. This is a time when your hunches will pay large dividends if you listen to them. Take the risk and act. Within you there is an oracular consciousness, a higher and deeper knowing that transcends the machinations of the smaller thinking mind. At the deep level of your intuitive senses, you have an access point to the genius of the collective, the energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you need in order to leap into success are available to tune into. This is an act of listening intently. Past the busy mind, your genius awaits. Protection message. You are in empathy overload. Protection message. You are in empathy overload and need to get grounded again. So tune out for a bit. Hypersensitive, you're suffering from psychic exhaustion. This signals a time for a recharging of your batteries. Set energetic boundaries, take a salt bath, empty your mind, and get back to you. It's not a time to be too open. Soon enough, you can let your guard down. Right now, you need to self-care and self-love. It's time to say no, thank you, to anyone in your life who exhausts you. Won't that feel good? Sacred Power reading cards. What's the message? Sacred Power reading cards for Leo in June of 2020. Self-love. Your inner child is an aspect of the self, reminiscent of all that you have learned and experienced. Free, spontaneous, creative, and full of wonder. Your inner child longs to be in a state of joy, but also requires nurturing attention and constant reassurance. Your inner child feels these extremes of emotions because they lack understanding of why particular circumstances have occurred. You can shift long-standing emotional patterns by working with your inner self, resolve problems, trauma, and issues that you have found challenging and difficult to address. While you may have grown up quickly or had a limited childhood absent of opportunities and experiences, the inner child is an aspect of you that requires love and attention, even as an adult. Emotions are powerful. Like children, adults manipulate, rebel, throw tantrums, and can also put on a brave face for the sake of others. To create a symbolic relationship, you, the parent, and your inner child must work in agreement of security, safety, acceptance, and surety. Acknowledging that you have been wounded is the first step in shifting your mindset. Self-love is essential right now as there is a child within you needing parental help and advice. Grieving for the past or circumstances that we did not understand at the time, no matter how old you were, is now necessary. Helplessness, confusion, or feeling overwhelmed can trigger childlike behavior such as tantrums, manipulation, and rebellion in an attempt to get what you want. Take the time to be playful and curious. Be courageous and learn the power of no. It will shield you from pushy people seeking to compromise your values and integrity. If you were to see the little you, Now, what sage advice would you give, knowing what you know today? Affirmation: I nurture the child within me. I am complete, whole, and secure. I am safe. Cosmic reading cards. What message do you have for Leo in June of 2020? Be still. Be still. To the mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. Lao Tzu. Be still, breathe, find that well of tranquility and serenity within you. There are times when life feels chaotic, circumstances and relationship tests and challenge you with conflicting emotions and inner storms. Sometimes your emotions are felt deeply and you may have moments of outbursts that express pain and inner rage. Feel the emotions and try to understand what has come forth from you. See the origins from which this reaction was born. There will always be triggers, dear one, and storms will pass, but how you react makes all the difference to the severity and longevity of the storm. Who you are is best seen when you are challenged, pressured, and put to the test. Will you react with rage, spite, and bitterness, or with peace, love, and compassion? If you react with anger and spite, do not be disheartened. Simply see that this is where you are at this time. Be gentle with yourself and go within to explore the deepest recesses of your hidden self. Find the root of why your reactions are so. Send this part of you love and compassion and feel the healing light of love spreading through your entire being. Dear one, you are the love, peace, tranquility, and serenity that you seek. It is you. Know it, feel it, and be it. Be the peace that others seek. Be the stillness that others crave. Be the compassion that others need. In this stillness there is clarity and peace. Go forth, dear one, and be that gentle voice that calms the storm. Prayer: Great Spirit, let me still waters within myself so that I may find peace. Associated chakras: sacral, solar plexus. Starseed Oracle, what message do you have for Leo in June of 2020? Water your garden. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Earth is a seasonal planet, and as such, you're a seasonal being. Cyclic? You can't be on and in full bloom, month after month, day after day after day. You're strongly being called to put on the brakes, rest and refuel, to take a moment to restock and replenish, and slow right on down. Your body is the only body you're given, and it needs to be respected as such. You're being called to take responsibility for your well-being, to put your health and body first. I know it can feel like time is running out and as if there are urgent things that simply can't wait. However, if you keep on pushing on, soon fatigue will set in. This way of living isn't sustainable. If anyone continues to race through life, eventually they will reach exhaustion and it will take longer to recover than it would have done to rest. Immune system disorders and mystery illnesses are becoming more common because we're putting too much pressure on our bodies to keep up with the instantaneous pace of modern life. How are you being called to put on the brakes, to rest, restore, and rejuvenate? When was the last day when was the last time you took a holiday or had a full weekend, day, or afternoon off? Look after your precious body and mind. Give yourself enough time to recover when you find yourself running on your reserves. There's enough time. Life will be in toward you when you do. Starseed Soul Inquiry. What is your body yearning for? And that's your reading, Leo. I'll see you next month. Hit me up, comments, click the links.